Okay, I'm here. What's up, baby? Oh, it looks beautiful, baby. I love it. I'm gonna go say hi to my stream. I love you. Hi, everybody. I'm here. I'm sorry I took a while. Oh my god, I got this YouTube video talking here, man. Shut the hell up, this fucking video, man. Hold up. I'm gonna get the mic over here. What's up, everybody? Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm in the dark, but what's up? How's everybody doing? Turn this shit off. Let me blast my Discord. Let's fucking play some Spyro today, guys. I know it's a crazy concept for me, but enough of this reaction nonsense. Play some goddamn fucking Spyro. You know what I'm saying? Take the shirt off. I've been out here like working and shit, like with a real job. Ew. Let me get real quick. I'm gonna get my water and then we'll get into it. So 1 second. Minda with the prime. Thank you, Minda. Love you. Yeah, 1 sec. BRB. Oh, there it is. I found it.
You found it?
Excuse me. Yes.
Well, the truth is my home dog Thomas made me this beat and I promised
I love you.
hook it up big with a jam.
Alrighty. Enough fucking around. Let's play some damn Spyro, ladies and gentlemen. I got my PlayStation 2. Let's keep that Saboom music going just because I like that. Just because I like that shit.
I don't mean to be vague, but fun was had in an amount of vast. I got to see my homie Dayo.
I got to see my homie Dayo. That's me. Guys, pretty stacked day so far today. Yo, Dabeen, thank you for the sub. Cheers, man. Pretty stacked day, man. I'm gonna drink my coffee and let me tell you guys all about it. Cheers. Chugga's in the chat for your girlfriend Marnie, watching from the UK. Hey, what's up, Marnie? This run is gonna be in your honor, Marnie. All right, turn off the Saboom. Just having Saboom bless my run there. Just gonna go ahead and just hop into a just a little warm up here, and then we'll hop into a run. What's up, Cat Player? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, guys. So as you guys know, I just got a job, and the last 2 days I've been basically, or last few days this week, I've been basically working every day except Friday. I didn't work, but I've been working like all week. Kind of put in my first week at this new job as a music teacher, and yeah, I mean, I've just been enjoying it, honestly. Like, it's been all right. You know, in all honesty, it's been all right. Is like how I describe it. Like, it's a pretty cool like place, cool studio. The kids are really into the music. You know, the staff is really good. Everyone's good. Everything's fine. But you know, it does feel a little like, you know, it's a job. So it's like, you know, getting in the car and like having to be somewhere at some time. You know, luckily it's not like the most high pressure work environment or anything, but it is. It just adds like another thing. I'm starting to feel that like I need to like rebalance my my like work-life balance, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, at this point it's like even today, like I had to go to like see one of the performances like with the kids at work, and I was just there for an hour, but like, you know, going out, doing that, picking up stuff at CVS for Sarah, coming home, making food, making coffee, getting the stream set up, posting a video, getting the stream set up, you know, it's like a lot, you know, so just I guess this is like the life of a normal adult, I guess, but you know, it is something I'm still adjusting to and something I'm trying to like not be too stressed out with. you know? So I'm still finding that work-life balance now with this new job. And yeah, I'm trying not to overwhelm myself, but it is, even with just like a few hours here and there with this new job, it is a little, I'd say it's slightly overwhelming. It's not like I'm overwhelming isn't the right word, it's just I just feel a lot busier. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's bad. You know, I like it. I'm very used to having like a lot of free time and space to breathe. And if I'm tired of the game or I'm pissed or something, I can just like lay down. You know, it's not a big deal. And I still have a lot of free time. It's just like all the rest of today I have to myself basically. But you know, I'm starting to really get the feeling of like that real adult feeling of juggling a bunch of things now, which is you know, it's cool. It's fine. It's not like, I don't hate it, but that's like one like kind of thing I'm like trying to grapple with still, like in this first, you know, first week of working. I gotta go back tomorrow, all that. But you know, I'm not gonna stress it too hard. I mean, I'm just gonna go roll with the punches and just make it happen. But so far everything's going well. You know, they love me at my job, and Sarah loves me, and I love her, and I love this stream, and I love you, and I love all the YouTube comments and everything. Everyone's chill, so as long as I can just keep it together and not like you said, get overwhelmed, then or overwhelm myself rather. I did sort of overwhelm myself yesterday with working on 3 videos at once, which I was able to finish 2 of them last night, but I'm still working on the longest and most involved one. Is the world record versus sum of best comparison with loads removed, which is really fucking intense. So I might work on that video a little bit more after my run, but I'm probably not going to finish that for another day or 2 at least. You think about it all day and you never do it. I do the thing where, like, my version of that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, is the thing I do is, like, if I have to be somewhere, even if it's just for, like, 1 hour, like, that was today, I had to be somewhere at noon today. And especially this applies, like, later in the day as well. If I have to be somewhere at, like, 4 or 5 or 6 p.m., like, it's like a rain cloud around me the entire day, and I can't get anything done before that time, you know? And so I'm trying to learn how to, like, overcome that. Where like I do a stream before work, you know, or I work on a video before work, and it's just hard for me to do that because it's like, I don't know, I'm always checking the clock, and you know, making sure everything's all in order. And yeah, if I have like a place I have to be, you know, it kind of like makes my whole day shot, you know, even if it's just for like a couple hours in the evening or something. It's like that's what I'm thinking about all day, you know. It's not like, it's hard for me to like do anything else that day, like, effectively. And so that's like the big thing I'm trying to, I think, like, overcome when I'm talking about like getting overwhelmed and having this like work stream life girlfriend love balance, you know. What's up, Chrono? Welcome. So yeah, I'm still kind of like grappling with that right now, I think. But nothing's dire. I'm not like tripping. It's just you know, there's good and bad with everything in this world. And the one thing I'm learning is that the grass is always greener on the other side. It's like and I remember hearing this when I heard another streamer talking about like streaming full time. It's like, if you have a job and you see me like, you know, a month ago streaming full time, and you're thinking like, Deo, you have it so easy, you know, like your life isn't that bad, you know. And I'm thinking, from my perspective, I'm like, man, if only I had a real job, then I'd have like some sense of security and like, you know, some place to be at a certain time. And you're always going to be looking at the other situation like more fondly than the one you're in, you know? And that's what I'm realizing now that I have a job, is that it's like, ever since I got this job, I kind of had this looming feeling of like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have gotten this job, you know? But at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's good. I think it's good that I got it. You know, like I said, nothing's overwhelming for me yet. And it's good that I keep myself busy to some degree, you know? Just that I don't, like, go crazy. I'm gonna land on this. Can I land on this? I think you can land on this, right? Yeah, sweet. Sweet roof. So, yeah. It's definitely, I will say, like, it's just a different lifestyle to what I had, like, a year ago when I was single, you know, living in, like, Missouri. Yeah, this time last year I was living in Missouri, or I was in Missouri. I was by myself every day, just, you know, if I wanted to make a video, I could just stay up I could, like, play RuneScape and drink into the night. I mean, those are days I'm gonna look back very fondly on. But at the same time, you know what blows my mind about it is that, I'm gonna get into a run, by the way. You know what blows my mind about it is that even back then, like, I look back on it now, I'm like, man, that was the time of my life. But I remember in the moment, I was like, man, if I only had a girlfriend, or if I only had a job, you know? Like I said, the grass is always fucking greener, you know? So it's like, you're never gonna be fully, like, happy with your situation. So as long as you can, like, look around and be like, you know what? This is fine. Like, this is not, like, an explicit problem. Like, I can handle this. Like, then it's good. I think it's good that I'm taking on, like, the extra responsibility of a part-time job and you know, taking care of Sarah, you know, like, cooking and cleaning and all that. And then streaming. Obviously not streaming as much as before, but still streaming and making videos and stuff. It's like, you know, it gives me, like, kind of options with my day. Like, I don't have to, like, do any one thing, like God tier or whatever. You know, I don't know. Anyways, let's do a run. Do I have a gigabyte GPU on the Dorito PC? Why, are you gonna tell me that a recent video you saw by Jay's 2 cents told you not to get them? Are you gonna tell me something like that? Well, I don't. I'm pretty sure it's a motherboard problem. I think I have to switch the motherboard on it. On the Dorito PC. But that PC is not the one I'm using right now, so I'm gonna not worry about it, you know what I'm saying? I am going to do a new game here. Also, I'm gonna clean off my glasses real quick. They're just a little foggy. How's it going? Good luck. Thank you, Gaming Mad. Welcome. I'm gonna clean it off with my Taco Bell shirt. Shouts to the Taco Bell shirt. I'll get right into it. Yeah, I knew that's what it was, Lockdown. You saw someone make a video about how some brand, GPU or motherboard or whatever is bad. And now you're regurgitating that in my chat, even though I didn't ask for it. So thank you. Thank you for your help, as always. Alright, let me do this. Oh shit. Oh, I was on the wrong menu. Alright, let's get into this run, shall we? It's time. It is time for some Spyro, my friends. Chuggers in the chat. Today we are going to get into a monstrous grind. Just kidding. I'm going to try to do a no reset, see what happens. You know, no pressure one way or the other, but in any case, let's get a run done eventually here, and Chuggers in the chat.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty North?
And yeah, in case any of you guys missed it, yesterday there was a big new task reveal that was 5 years in the making. A Spyro 2 14 Talisman task, which I just posted the reaction to that on my YouTube just now. So exclamation point new vid in the chat. Maybe leave that on a tab or something. And check that out if you want to see it. I will admit it's not one of my finer task reactions. I did have to add a lot of edits to it to like contextualize things, like add the music back in and stuff. So it's kind of what it's kind of a janky task reaction. I've done better ones, but you know, truth be told, it was still a cool watch. What's up, Bong Gripper? Either way, it's out there in the world. And to those of you who don't know as well, I am working on a new video that is a comparison between my recent world record in this game, the 120.41, and the community sum of best, which is, I believe, like a 118 something. But I am syncing every level and homeworld, so that way they all start at the same time. So that way you can get a really nice comparison. And then whenever like the community sum of best finishes like a section earlier than the world record, then it'll show the split time. So it'll be a real like measuring of segment times and like seeing where I have a lot of time to save and lose and whatnot. Yeah, Chrono, I had to put that at the start. There was a lot of singing. I had to add it. Since I was adding in music, and I happened to be singing, like, acapella shit a lot, I added in a lot of that. Check out right before I enter Skelos Badlands. There's a good moment there of that as well. Or right before the task enters Skelos Badlands. It's the goat part. If you're gonna take the audio from the... Well, see, I didn't look at the, I didn't realize that that video was up. I should have just taken that, you're right. But I didn't realize that that video was up already last night. I thought it was, like, being fully just revealed. Only... that was my bad for not looking on YouTube for that. So I fucked up again in that sense. Like, I'm just a terrible content creator, to be honest with you. But I did my best not realizing that. Yeah, that's what I should have done, Lockdown. Oops. No, honestly, like, my thoughts about that task reaction is that it was not a good, like, explanation. It was, like, bad from, like, no matter what way you look at it, because, it didn't really, like, make things clear for beginners, and it didn't really give any illuminating, like, insight for people who are more advanced. So it was just kind of in this awkward middle area of, like, I'm an amateur, but I do know some things about this category, and, you know, I feel like I just came off as clueless the entire time. But thank you for the sub, Dr. Hades. And then that, in addition to not having, like, the game sound, is just, like, I don't know, it's not my finest work, I'll put it that way. So, yeah, if I was really trying to make the best task reaction, I should have just re-recorded that whole thing, basically, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm trash, and that's that. I'm gonna move on with my life, you know? A video is a video. I'm not gonna let it ruin my day, you know? Yeah, I got the 120 and 120. Thank you, Hades. Yes, I did. And yeah, we are gonna have some fun today. I'm not gonna dwell on how bad my content is. I'm rather going to try to get a good run here. Getting a new CRT, nice, enjoy. It was just awkward too, the reaction, because like the run, like I was looking at Drash's stream, like when it was like, okay, starting soon, and then it just started out of nowhere. There wasn't like any countdown or anything, so I had to like really quickly get my things together. So you could tell I was really like flustered in the first like, you know, 5 minutes of the reaction. And on top of like not being an expert in Spyro 2, it was just like, you know, with my minimal amount of research before the task, I was just like, I was kind of floundering. Cause to me it was just a hard watch. You know, going back and editing it yesterday, I'm like, you know, compared to some of my other task reactions. But anyways, like I said, I'm done dwelling about that. It is what it is. Those are just my thoughts about it. It's just a video. It's just a video, guys, it's fine. Everything's fine. Oops. It definitely speaks a bit to like what I was talking about earlier about just being overwhelmed with like having this new job, you know, trying to post videos a lot, trying to stream a lot, trying to, you know, have a, you know, nice life with Sarah here where I take time for us. It's just, I'm just really busy now. Just like, just all this, now that I have this new job, I'm just really busy now. Like, I kept myself busy enough. I'm starting to really realize that before I had this job, I kept myself pretty busy enough. But now I'm like busy, you know? objectively. And it doesn't mean I don't have any free time or anything. It's just like pretty much most of my time in a given day is like filled up doing something. Whether it's like, you know, going to work, getting ready for work, making food, cleaning food, you know, like doing a stream, making a video, making a thumbnail, exporting this to the VODs channel, maybe finding a clip. Like, it's just like there's always something to be doing. And so I'm starting to like have to fight these feelings of like being overwhelmed. And I think you could sense that probably, like getting back to the task reaction, I think you could sense that like at the start of my task reaction, you know? Again, it doesn't matter. It's just making a broader point there. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the new CRT, Obungus. Is it a big one? Big fatty? Look, and I'm gonna keep it real with you guys too. Ever since I got the 120, my channel's been kind of going downhill a little bit. And I could tell, I could just feel that it's like I don't have like this greater goal and purpose and like, all right, we're grinding for this time or whatever. Like, I'm just very explicitly being like, I'm just gonna keep running this category and not do Nestor Skip and just have fun and stuff. And while a lot of you guys do support and appreciate and watch that anyways, I get the overall sense that like, you know, in terms of like, oh yeah, this stream is like really hype, you know, like not so much anymore. So I just get that feeling. Not that it matters that much, it's just something I've noticed. That's fine. This could be my, this could be the beginning of a, eventual kind of like sputtering out with streaming for me, who knows? I think eventually, like in the next like month, I'm probably gonna find a new game to like start working on a little bit. I think it's about time. Like I'm starting to realize like I should start like learning a new game. Like even if it's just like Spyro 3, like 117%, or even just some other random speed game, like I don't know. Like I feel like I should start learning something else, but I'm giving myself as much time as possible to like really want that, you know? I'm not gonna like hop in any of that like really quickly or force myself or, you know. Because there's definitely a difference between feeling like you should do something and like wanting to do something. So I'm trying to really make sure that I want to. If I'm gonna like start picking up 117%, learn like the first homeworld, like take it one step at a time and make sure that that's like what I'm really like enjoying doing, just to help give my stream some like purpose again, you know. I do like Mario 64. I don't know if I'd pick that game up. First of all, I don't have like a N64 setup here at all. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I think currently I'm leaning on Spyro 3 117% learning right now is like my next like step in this like thing. Cause I know 120. I know Spyro 2 100%. So I need to review Spyro 2 100% actually. Now the only thing left in the trifecta is 117, you know? So it's the logical thing for me to learn next. But again, it's like, just because it makes sense doesn't mean... Thank you, Frozen Altars. You know, the truth be told is I'm not like a political commentary channel. Like, the truth is it doesn't fucking, like, matter, is like my opinion. Like, yeah, like it's bad. Twitch makes bad decisions all the time, and like... Are you guys really, does anyone really care about like my opinions on the longevity of Twitch as a website? I feel like my audience here, like I feel like you guys just want to see me play Spyro and talk about like the game and how it relates to, I don't know. I just don't really feel like talking about like that whole like oh, recent Twitch news, you know, it's just not really my thing. Like, I do pay attention to it, but it's not, like, something that I'm trying to, like, throw my dick in the pile of, like, everyone. It's, like, it's one of those things where there's, like, thousands and millions of opinions on that subject. Like, who cares? Like, go get it from someone else, you know what I mean? Like, why do you need me to give my 2 cents, you know? I mean, not to be mean or anything, it's just, like, it's, like, really? Like, are we real? I'm gonna take something that's so niche here, and then let's go talk about something that's really, like, general and, like, boilerplate. It's, like, I don't know, it's not really my... It's not my, my stomping grounds content-wise, you know what I'm saying? And I lost a gem. I gotta fucking... Maybe I should have talked about Twitch. That was the Twitch sponsor gods smiting me. But no, you want my opinion on it? It's just, like, yeah, sponsors are good, Twitch is bad. You know, that's my opinion. So hopefully that's like what you wanted. But hopefully that also gives you an idea of like where my head's at as well. I generally don't like commenting on like broader politics, even like Twitch like politics and stuff like that, unless it's something that's really directly affecting me here in the now. It's just like, okay, Twitch sucks, like what else is new, you know? Like you're gonna, here's the thing about it, that the reason why I don't want to talk about it too much is because you're gonna forget about this like in a week. You guys remember like all this stuff about the sub cuts and all this stuff with like Mixer and all this stuff with like fucking Kick, and it's all that stuff it's crazy big news for like a week, and then you guys just forget. So like, what is this conversation, you know? It's just like, let's talk about the here and now, you know? That's my thoughts about it. No diss to anyone that does like really want to hear like discussion on that, but I just get the feeling that my audience doesn't care about that sort of thing, and neither do I. Unless it's like really directly affecting me. I am no justice warrior. That's the thing you guys got to know about me. I'm no, and I don't mean social justice warrior. I mean like just justice warrior. Like, oh, Twitch is so unjust. They should pay us this. They should do that. They don't give a fuck. Why the fuck am I gonna sit here and be like, oh, Twitch should do this. Twitch should do that. It's like, it's just yelling at the clouds. You know? Why am I gonna yell at the clouds? If I'm gonna yell at the clouds, I want it to be something that's like more personal to me, instead of just about some shit I have no control over. That's like my. That's my vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the
Yeah, old man yells at cloud like.
I'm going after you.
But anyways, yeah, like what was I saying before that? I don't even remember. I literally don't even remember. Yeah, whatever. Hopefully we can get a good run here. Yeah, it's just such like tired conversation to me. I hate to be, I'm sorry if I'm sounding like really negative or whatever right now, like, but it's just like, it's just really tired conversation, you know? Like, talking about like, okay guys, when are we gonna move to YouTube? Oh yeah, YouTube streaming, guys, that's the future. When in reality, like, the fucking big streamers that are moving there have like $1 million contracts and shit. It's like, so the discussion is so far removed from anything in our immediate reality, you know? And while there is an argument to be made that's like, oh, but the terms of service and exclusivity rights and this and that, it's like, it's interesting stuff to hear about and to think about. But for me to like go off on stream and be like, oh, you guys should, we should boycott Twitch. Everyone like my tweet, you know? It's like fucking, you know? Like, what are we changing, y'all? What are we changing here? Are we changing anything here with this conversation? No, you know? So, if you want to, like, be on some, like, justice type shit, like, this is not the channel for that. That's, like, my honest thoughts. This is, like, I'm here to play Spyro and just, like, do that and talk about me and my life, you know? And, like, I'm not trying to make Twitch's politics, like, a part of, like, my life, you know? Like, I simply, like, don't give enough of a fuck, you know? Yeah, I'm not trying to like waste my energy on that like shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, hopefully we can get a good run here. And I think I missed a sub. Fisting Dragons, thank you for the sub as well, appreciate that. But yeah, man, here's hoping we can get a good run here, honestly. How about chat's life? I'm sure they're doing great. I'm gonna actually, you know what I'm gonna shut the fuck up right now for a sec, because I feel like I'm bringing a lot of bad energy with this discussion. So I'm just gonna shut up for a moment and just try to play. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Uh-oh. That was the craziest charge of my life. Oh, that missed! Oh, come on. I could have hit that. Did you see the turnaround charge on that box? That was nuts. How much does the out of bounds and Dark Hollow save over the route that takes the vortex? In this level, it saves, gosh, like what, 2 seconds maybe? 2 seconds, I think, is what it is. Yeah, 2 or 3 seconds. It's something like that. 2 or 3, and then the additional routing in the home world saves another 2 or 3, which averages, which, you know, adds up to 5 seconds total by doing both the Dark Hollow out of bounds and the Artisan's Wall Glide. Because the two things, you know, operate in tandem due to the toasty head opening when you go through the Dark Hollow vortex and not otherwise. So if you're going to think about the Dark Hollow out of bounds route, you have to be also thinking about the Artisan's Wall Glide at that point. So yeah, so the two routes together save 5 seconds optimally. Which is not a lot of time, by the way, for like for anyone that doesn't have like a sub like 140 in this game. 5 seconds is really, you know, in terms of 5 seconds of routing is not where the concern should be, you know. Yeah, that little roll right there, it's so funny, that mechanic. It's like in Mario, you know, like when you, Mario 64, you know, when you walk up like a slope that's too steep, and like he like slides on his ass all the way down, but in speedruns they like hold a certain button so that way that doesn't happen. You like jump kick up those slopes. It's like the same thing in this game where you hold X on those rolly slopes that otherwise would just make you roll off, but you can just happen to have a jump as well. It's funny. It's like one of those things that's like so much in common with Mario 64. Or Metroid for that matter, yeah. Turning into the little ball. Is there any like lore explanation of like how Samus can turn into a tiny ball like that without like breaking all of her bones? Is it like magic or something? Like I can understand it's like a girl in a spacesuit, so it's like okay, you get like rockets and like, you know, maybe like, you know, some like fucking electricity shit, whatever, but like just crumpling up into like a little like a piece of paper, like into a ball. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, but she's inside the, isn't she supposed to be inside the suit? Yeah, the suit turns into a ball, but she's inside of it, no? I don't fucking know. Animation cancels down. Charge jumping seems to swing. Yeah, she's a boneless pizza. Correct. That's the lore. Oh, it's like bigger than it looks? I see. Well, I'm glad I'm not like the first person to ask that question. Hey, since we're talking about other games, is anyone here still playing Tears of the Kingdom? Does anyone here share this feeling that I have about like, I kind of prefer Breath of the Wild 1 to Tears of the Kingdom? Is that like a really weird take? That's kind of how I am. You prefer Tears of the Kingdom? Yeah, that's cool. Like, no one's wrong here. It's total just, you know, opinion. Or preference thing. Yeah, I don't know. Something about just the engine, the vibe of everything. I don't know. I can't even describe it. It's the same engine, but... The thing with Tears of the Kingdom that I didn't like, and I didn't beat the game, by the way. I barely got through the tutorial and fucked around in Hyrule for like a few minutes, so take that grain of salt. But... And I think part of it is also me too, because I spent like a whole month playing Breath of the Wild up until Tears of Kingdom's release. And man, I was having such a good time playing Breath of the Wild that I kind of like, maybe I wore myself out on the whole like thing. That by the time Tears of the Kingdom came out, I was like, play through the tutorial, I was like, I'm done with this now, you know. Let me get back to like my life and like Spyro and videos and stuff, you know. So that's probably part of it too. So there's my own bias there. But now with that acknowledged, I definitely still feel like Tears of the Kingdom like really like forces the building part of things like down your throat. Like that, it feels in a way like even though you have like freedom to like build whatever you want and exploit, you have to exploit things that way. You like the way exploits work in Breath of the Wild, where you're just like trying to like fucking fly, like wind bomb your way everywhere and like just really just exploit the core mechanics. It's more about like exploiting like the fucking building mechanics, which, you know, like. I think for different people that's like good, and for people like me that's bad. I'm not like a big like Bob the Builder type. So in video games, like I'm not the type of guy that sits there and like spends like hours like constructing a base. I've done it, or like in the character customization, like I've done it, and I'm just at a point in my life where like that's not like a big thing in games that I'm drawn to anymore. The whole like customization, you know, build this, build that. So I think for me it's like I wish that Tears of the Kingdom was like more like Breath of the Wild, and it's not. So I think it's probably the same, again, acknowledging some of my bias here, it's probably like the same syndrome that I have with Spyro and Reignited Trilogy, where like, you know, it's like I'll never really like Reignited Trilogy no matter how good it is, because it'll never be exactly like the original, you know? So I think that's part of it too. So I think full acknowledgement, you know, the building shit aside, like I think I have a lot of personal biases of why I prefer the original over Tears of the Kingdom. Just thinking about it like, critically like that. Yeah, Twitch had that ad at the ready for you, Penjies. They had that shit locked and loaded. They're like, this guy hasn't watched an ad in months. We're gonna change that. Counting down the seconds till that shit runs out. Yeah, sure. Or OGs, or Spyro 1 and Spyro 2. Like, same point. Like, I can't enjoy Spyro 2 the same way I enjoy Spyro 1, you know? Spyro 2 will never be Spyro 1, you know? So, I'll just, as a result of that, since I love Spyro 1 so much, it's like, by extension of that thought process, it's like I'll never really be able to enjoy Spyro 2 as much as I've enjoyed this game, you know? Graphics are amazing. You're talking about Reignited. Yeah, Reignited's cool. It's cool. It was, I gotta say, I had a lot of fun doing the Reignited Spyro 3 up to Midday Gardens, like with the mod. That was actually a really fun little playthrough. The Shady Oasis proxies? Yeah. Where, are you talking about Shady Oasis or Shady Oasis? Because I got the names wrong in my video. I was watching it back, I'm like, dude, I am such a dumb fuck. Yeah, hopefully I don't get too many haters on the task video for how fucking clueless I was. Something tells me no one really cares that much. Least favorite Spyro game? I don't know, like... Eternal Night, maybe? Of the ones I've played, I guess Eternal Night. What's up, Flazuki? Thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate the 27 months there. Yeah, Dawn of the Dragon and Eternal Night are both like in a similar boat of like, I just can't be fucked to like enjoy those games at all. New Beginning has its moments, actually. I'll give it up for a New Beginning. Scarletra, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Scar. Welcome. Was loving the, I tuned into stream for just a sec before going live. Was loving the all missions grind. Looking mad cute on the webcam. Webcam speedrunners, where you at? Wouldn't mind a Year of the Dragonfly remake. Yeah, ETD and Hero's Tale, like, those are cool games, like... They have their moments too. That's the thing with like the PS2 Spyro games. It's like they have their moments, you know what I mean? Like they're not like bad games, but they're just like so like middle, like so like they're just boring, you know? I have no other way to put that. They're just boring and like, but with that said, you know, you're kind of experiencing this like kind of like on rails kind of experience, like all right, like sort of half-hearted, like half realized game engine and physics and stuff. And, you know, with canned dialogue and shit. So you're going through these games, you know, whether it's Legend of Spyro or Hero's Tale or ETD or whatever. But then, like, you'll get to, like, a section in one of these games that's, like, you look out on this vast, like, you know, environment, like this big, like, waterfalls and rainforests and stuff like that. And you're like, whoa, like, this is actually, like, pretty beautiful, you know, like... Reignited has a lot of that too. Reignited has a lot of just like, you just look out and you just appreciate the environment. If you're the type of gamer that likes to just walk around, take it slow and just soak in the ambience and the environment and stuff like that, then I think you're at a better predisposition to enjoy like the later Spyro games. Whether even including Reignited, honestly. Because I think that's where all of those games shine the best, is just like in like just the environment design. And that's not like across the board at all. I mean, each game is like very different, you know. And some are much more on rails than others. Hero's Tale and Enter the Dragonfly are cool because they still maintain a somewhat open level design. So it gives you more of a chance to like explore around. Hero's Tale is particularly cool because you can do a trick that lets you grind up the side of like a wall, like a 90-degree wall or whatever. It's called wall grinding, I think. So it's like a fun way to like explore the environment and stuff. It's crazy how much having just like one like exploitative mechanic like that can like really change your experience with a game for the better. You know, once you know, First Maple or whoever or Ebb told me about wall grinding, oh, that totally changed the course of my Hero's Tale playthrough for the better. I mean, I quite enjoyed just like trying to break certain sections, and you know, you feel like a little bit of a speedrun scientist or whatever. It's very fun. What's up, Fall Gen? I wish the Legend of Spyro games had more of that. More like, you know, okay, it wants you to do this whole fight, but if you just like fucking grind against the wall, you can skip these like 30 waves of enemies, you know, type of thing. Maybe it does have some of that, I don't even know. Team Fortress 2? Dude, you know who loves Team Fortress 2 is Laura. Laura is like a top tier like scout player in TF2, I believe, from what I understand. I did one stream with her where we like where I was her medic, and she would just be flying across the map like rocket jumping and stuff. I could like barely keep up with her. It was cool. Taking random screenshots. Yeah, I mean, dude, but you know what's funny about that is like I'm like that too, guys, where I just like to just soak in the environments and stuff. I know it can be hard to imagine since I'm over here just rushing through this game every day, but no, I mean, you guys should see me like a lot of times when I'm making thumbnails or working on like B-roll for videos is I'm just sitting there in like the Spyro World Viewer or in like the Spyro Scope, and I'm just like soaking in like the world and just like looking at it from different angles and stuff. Quite nice. I'm not making that. Oh, yes, I am. Based. Is this run bad? I have not looked at the splits at all since the start. I feel like it's kind of bad. I did fuck up the spin jump. Let me see. Oh, I missed the red, really. Oh, come on with these missed flame charges, ladies and gentlemen, please. Scuffle Muffin, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Appreciate the 5 months. What's her TF tier name? Dude, I don't remember. Joey Ballsack. Yeah, I'm a little behind, but this is recoverable. I might lose a couple more seconds here. This was not like an optimal cliff town, so we'll see. We'll see if we can't squeeze it back towards even by the end of this Peacekeepers here. Ugh, come on. Sparrow 4 for PS5. Guys, it's a beautiful sunny day out here in Virginia today. I think once I'm done with my stream, damn, I lost 5 seconds. I suck at this game. Once I get done with this stream, I'm going to barbecue some steaks and some hot dogs and jump into the pool with Sarah. We'll sneak some alcoholic beverages out to the pool. It'll be delicious. I might even make a little frozen marg, throw that bitch in a thermos, you know? Should be delicious. Delicious. But if I am still feeling good after this run, I feel like I would love to do some more work on my world record versus sum of best comparison, which has been quite the undertaking of a project lately. Trying to figure out where to sync things and keeping it consistent and marking down the splits and everything. Pretty wild. I might look at that a little bit. Yeah, comparison videos are tough because it's just like you have to be really specific about where you sync things. And just unfortunately, like it's what I'm learning is you can be like within like a frame of the sync, you know? Like you can get it like close to a frame accurate, but it'll never be like to the frame accurate just because of like the differences of people's capture setups and the different visual cues you're gonna find yourself using. So that's what I'm learning is that like, all right, like as long as I can sync stuff like about like a frame like of accuracy away from each other, then that's good enough, you know? You don't want to like lose your mind over it. But that's part of the reason why I'm glad I'm taking out so many load times in this comparison. The only load times I'm not taking out are dragons because I already have so much on my plate just taking out the levels and the level transitions. Like I just have it so it's like homeworld segments and ILs, and they all sync up, you know, with my world record video, just playing, you know, playing in full. And just doing that much is like a fucking huge undertaking. But I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done, and then we're gonna sub-goal the commentary for it. That's the plan. But you know I'm gonna post it early on my clips channel, ! Clips in the chat. Dude, I was talking about that the other day, Cat Player. I was literally talking, were you here the other day? Are you like referencing like what I literally talked about that exact fucking thing you said. Like 2 days ago. You have to be memeing. That's too specific of a thing for you to mention. For that not to be just a meme right now. Yeah, in Chile, hot dogs are called completos, but it's not just the hot dog. If it's just a hot dog and a bun, it's called choripan. Basically. I think. Oh, no? Oh, okay, pardon me. I got it wrong. Never mind. But completo is with all the mayonnaise and shit. All the mayonnaise and fucking, like, whatever, relish, ketchup. What is it, like mayonnaise, relish, ketchup on a completo? That's what makes it the complete. The completo is all the fucking toppings. But it's like if you guys know like Chicago style hot dogs, how they have like all the pickles and, you know, celery salt and everything. You think of that as like a completely like fully loaded, you know, hot dog. Well, dude, in Chile, man, it's just all saucy sauce and the mayonnaise and it's just ugh. Ugh. It has chorizo, yeah. Pardon me. Pardon me for not getting the meat correct there. What's up, Marnie Jane? Yeah, I'll never forget, dude. The best empanada I ever had in my life was in Chile. Just at a little corner store, man. It's like a little baked empanada. It was called the type of empanada was called Pino, and it had like these special type of olives in it, which are like kind of like a grosser, like Chilean version of Kalamata olives. They're like an overgrown, like biogenetically, like they look like genetically enhanced Kalamatas, and they taste kind of like a foot. You know how Kalamata olives kind of taste like, they taste nice, they have like a sour thing. It's like a Kalamata, but it's just like someone injected like fucking steroids into it. Yeah, I've been to Chile. My dad's from Chile. I don't speak Spanish before you ask. The only thing I know about Chile is they have a lot of copper. Yeah. What's up, Neon? And Marnie, thank you for the subs, y'all. Love you guys.
What I have for the mail.
What do you have?
Crash 3 bitches.
Oh, we got Crash 3 in the mail, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe that we are about to, after literally like half a year, I did a sub goal half a year ago to play Crash 3 casually, 105% with the roulette wheel. We're gonna be doing that soon. I'm gonna have to do the online roulette wheel, but yeah, it's gonna happen, guys. I'm gonna stay true to my word. It's the only sub goal I never fulfilled the promise for.
To be honest, we looked for it in person at various game shops, literally around the country, and they just never had it, so we had to cave and order it online. But we did genuinely make an effort to look, so.
Babe, you wanna get me more coffee?
Sure. I want my green coffee extract to get here so I can make freaking pink drink.
Lazi, thank you for the gift.
Black, baby.
Yeah. Want the world record delight? Thank you. Thank you, Tom Sharpie. Thank you for the good lucky OGL. But yeah, guys, good vibes today. How far? I have to be like 10 seconds behind here, right? Yeah, just about. So this is actually not that bad. If I play solidly in Alpine, I should be able to stay even on these splits, and then it's going to be a very juicy time save in Alpine and in Wizard Peak if I don't fuck up terribly, which I could. Those levels are tough.
Your coffee's right here. And for
Thank
everyone
you.
concerned about the cat saga, the maintenance, like the management complex.
The
said
cat
that-
saga? Oh, yeah,
there's-
so to explain real quick, Sarah saw a cat last night that she didn't know like who it belonged to. It was just running around outside. So she took it upon herself to like take pictures of it and like fucking feed it and stuff and bring it up to management. So now they're probably, now what's the...
Yeah, they said that they will keep the video in case anyone comes in asking about a cat, but they haven't had anyone asking, so they don't know. But they said thank you for giving it treats. I was like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
But I will let you know if we see it again. But he is very cute, and he has a crooked tail and little white paws, and he's a gray striped tabby, and I want him to be very happy. So.
I mean, what loving maternal instincts from Sarah to just randomly see a cat outside and be like, we're gonna make sure this cat's okay. You know, that's very sweet of her.
I've just been begging the cat distribution system to let me rescue one. I just want to help. I don't have to keep it. I just want to help it and know that I did good. That's all I want. That's all.
What a queen. Thanks for the coffee, baby. Yeah, we're gonna be going. It's a beautiful, I mentioned this earlier, it's a beautiful sunny day outside today, so really looking forward to going out to the pool. Probably gonna lose a couple seconds for that. We're gonna have to jump on top of this. What's the best way to buy PS1 games? You still got your originals, they're all scratched up, some don't work anymore. I just bought mine, like the most recent PlayStation 1 and 2 games that I've like needed for sub goals and stuff. I'll just buy them on, I know you guys aren't gonna like this answer, but I just buy them on DK Oldies. Like generally speaking, they're good. If you live in the USA, like it's free shipping. So it's like, why would I try to spend like save like $5 or $10 on eBay, like fighting for an auction and then just have to pay like most of the price back in shipping anyways? It's like, you might as well just do DK Oldies, you know? Like, say what you want about DK Oldies, but if you're just buying like, if you're not buying like don't buy a refurbished console from them or anything, but yeah, just for buying like loose discs and stuff, it's totally fine, I think. It was only $20, you know, after tax and everything for, and shipping for Crash 3, which is fair. It was the same thing with the other, like the Legend of Spyro games that I got. No, you actually just order it, like, they don't even give you a case, they give you like the paper, like, case for it. So yeah, that's how I get my, if I need a particular game, that's how I'll get it. But if you're just trying to build a collection and you're just like looking for just random games, probably the best move is to go to, and again, I don't know where you live, but in general, like, the move is to go to what are called flea markets, or like thrift stores or Goodwills or stuff like that, and just start going on the prowl at like secondhand stores or on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace and see who's getting rid of like a collection of stuff. That's probably the most effective way to build a collection of, you know, because I think that's kind of what you're referencing, is rebuilding like a collection. But even for me, because I went through that same thing that you're talking about like, I had all these PS1 games as a kid, but over time they got scratched, or like I would like, you know, let someone borrow one, or they get lost or some shit like that, you know, to time. And so I did end up having to rebuild a lot of my PS1 and PS2 collection. So. But the good thing about that is like a lot of these games are just fucking cheap, dude. Like, unless it's like some like really specific shit, you usually don't have to worry. Come on. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. I'm just gonna kiss the fairy here. Just, oh my god, this is like the worst start right now. The sad thing is I might still save time here. But yeah, I am definitely kissing the fairy. I lost a good 5 seconds there at least. Yeah, it's like a paper case, you know what I'm talking about? It's like just like a little disc holder made out of paper. I don't know what the word for that is. Disc holder? Dick holder? Is that what you guys are? Thanks for the good luck, Michi. Love you. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, not a hot start to this high caves, unfortunately. We really needed that. Oh my goodness, hello? Fucking green. This is a super sloppy level so far. Do I have a refurbished PS2? I mean, every PS2 I've owned in the last like 6 years has been just gotten like off of OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. So I don't know if refurbished is the right word, just secondhand. Okay, so I'm gonna kiss the fairy here because for sure the spider cycles are gonna be off. This is just a little safety strat. Oh, keep missing the flame there. That's the way to buy consoles. I don't, like, if you're gonna buy just like games, like if you're just looking for like an old PS1, PS2 game, then yeah, go on like DK Oldies or just some like online retailer where you can buy the game with free shipping, you know, for a not crazy price. But when it comes to buying consoles, I think the move is to buy secondhand. In general, like with old like retro like hardware, like consoles and controllers, you don't want to buy those online because they're gonna get marked up, you're gonna have to pay shipping, and then they might not work. Chances are they won't work. So it's better to like, you know, take that, not play it safe, but like, if you're gonna play it risky, then you might as well go secondhand market anyways, because then you'll be saving money in addition to like maybe getting ripped off, you know what I mean? If you're gonna maybe get ripped off, then at least, you know, minimize the damage there and get something that's literally like a physical exchange between hands, you know? I find that is actually more reliable than like trying to buy controllers off of like eBay and stuff. Because they just mark shit up. Like with actual consoles, like they mark shit up like crazy online. It's actually ridiculous. Consoles and controllers. I tried buying a brand new DualShock 2. I'll never forget this. I bought a brand new one in the box for like 50, 60 bucks. It was probably like 60 bucks after shipping and everything. And I fucking pull it out, I plug it in, and it has stick drift. Like, out of the box. Like, what the fuck, dude? So there was a waste of 60 bucks there. And then, you know, I've had plenty of experiences where I go on Facebook Marketplace and they give me their old PS2 with controllers and games and stuff for like 40 bucks for all that. And you get like a really good controller out of it too. So it's like, that's the move. And then even if you end up, this is the kind of the meta aspect of that if you're really into like a certain like generation of consoles, is if you're really into that sort of like these types of games and consoles and stuff, is you want to have like extras. I'm sorry to put it this way, I know this sounds like super like privileged to say, but you're gonna want to have extras of various things, whether it's controllers or consoles or... Yeah, I'll put it this way. I have two PS2s sitting on my desk right now, and one of them plays PS1 games perfectly, and the other one plays PS2 games perfectly. But, like, they both have fucked up drivers for the other one, you know what I mean? So that's just, like, an example of, like, this technology is just super old, so it's good to have, like, backups and stuff. Which is another reason why... Fuck, dude, that was so unfortunate. That's another reason why, buying secondhand and getting things just, like, as, like, a bulk deal for cheap is, even if you just want a controller, like you pay 40 bucks and you get like a console, let's say, you know, and some games, like it ends up working out. No, I almost fucked that up. So yeah, losing more time from that. It's unfortunate because I am saving time on this split, but I'm not saving as much time as I could. If I'm lucky, I might be even after this split. We'll see. Which I would have liked to be green, but that's okay. At least we're keeping up with the splits to some degree. I think I missed a blue there, even though I totally should have gotten it. Hello. No! Oh, God, that's so infuriating. If you look at the input display, I was pressing circle there. I am not saving time here anymore. I'm gonna be red, ladies and gentlemen. That is so infuriating. You have to press circle with the perfect timing, and then see, I did it with the wrong timing there. You have to literally practice that. That's so stupid. It's like you have to press circle and then press L1, and if you do either of those inputs too early or too late, then you lose, you know? It's so stupid. There's like no buffer. God, I literally, and it looks so stupid too, because it looks like, oh, he didn't press circle. Bitch, I was like mashing circle there. So fucking stupid. Ugh. I'm officially pissed at this run. Oh, I'm not even looking at the screen, dude. You can tell my heart's not in it anymore. I might reset. We'll see. You have 4 PS2s? Yeah, I don't think it's crazy to have, like, multiple... You know, if you actually play these games and shit, I don't think it's crazy to have, like, multiple, like... A big, like, pile of controllers and, like, a bunch of consoles and multiple copies of the same game if you happen to play it a lot, you know? Dude, this is so awful. I'm gonna look at what the splits are after this and make a call if I want to reset or not. Dude, can I just get on this dragon? I'm genuinely pissed right now. I'm resetting. I'm sorry. This run is just unacceptable. Ski Bobo. Thank you, Swoop Loops, for the Ski Bobo. That is really a shame. I totally could have brought it back in that Magic Crafters. I choked it. We're gonna get some green splits here, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, while we are watching the game start here, and by the way, type good luck in the chat, check this shit out here in the chat. If you haven't seen, I reacted to a brand new Spyro 2 task that just dropped last night. Take a look on my channel there, and enjoy.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons.
Yeah, guys, we got Crash 3 here, so
He'll transport you to the next world.
not immediately, but I am gonna get. Well, I shouldn't sub goal it because I already did sub goal it before. So We're gonna do a casual Crash 3 105% playthrough at some point. It's the last of the original trilogy that I haven't done like a 100% casual run with the roulette wheel for. So I will be doing that. Plays above the rim. I don't know what that means. That's like a basketball term. But yeah. I'm definitely still feeling some residual salt from that last run, no doubt about it. That last run should have been fine, but I failed it. I do CTR. I didn't do a 100% playthrough of CTR, but I did actually spend an entire month learning the any percent NBS route. Or whatever it is, the any percent that everyone does. No major skips. What's up, Lozzie? Or it was called, actually when I was learning it, it was called one thing and then it got named something else because of a new discovery. So whatever the main category is of that game that everyone played, I learned that. And I played that for like a month. This was like back in like early 2022. Or like mid 2022. I said NBS. Usually that might be, that's probably wrong. I think that stands for like no balloonist skip or something. I think the any percent category that everyone plays now is called just no major skips. I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong about that though. But yeah, I mean, I could do a CTR 100% casual. That'd actually be kind of fun. Just have like a 12-hour stream and just beat all the time trials and relics and stuff. I wouldn't hate that. I might sub-goal that in the future. But for now, let's keep it focused. I do have to get this Crash 3 playthrough done. And I also have to I might start learning Spyro 3 117%, at least the first homeworld, and see how I feel. But yeah. I definitely will be dipping my toes into more casual, into just long casual full playthroughs of shit that hopefully go for 12 hours or less. What's up, Ice Blaze? Thank you for the good luck. Frog had a death wish right there. Right, good start there, good start. Feeling that one. Feeling that Dark Hollow. Master Phoenix, thank you for the good luck. Appreciate it. Where's Michi? She's somewhere. She popped in earlier. Let's roll. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, come on! With the missed flame charge too, just on top of it all. Just the cherry on the shit sandwich. I almost recovered that well if it weren't for the missed flame charge. I'm losing like a second or two. Nothing too crazy. Spyro 3 remaster or OG? I mean, I don't like really like have a big opinion there actually. I'll echo the opinion of like other Spyro players is that like the Spyro 2 and 3 reignited are like way less polished than Spyro 1 reignited. So just by that fact alone, I think most people are gonna say like the original is like a lot better. But from my perspective, I'm like not an expert on Spyro 3 or really Spyro 3 at all. So to me, it's really no difference from my perspective whether I'm playing Reignited or the original in like that serious a way. Now, once I start learning 117%, that opinion will shift and change. But for now, it's like, yeah, I'll play Reignited. I quite enjoyed playing Spyro 3 Reignited the other day, like my second most recent YouTube video. That was actually a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm not planning on like learning to speedrun that or anything. I'm just learning to. I want to learn to speedrun 117% original, maybe, like slowly, like baby steps with something like that. That is like easily the longest of all the Spyro speedruns. So if I get into it, I'm gonna start by just dipping my toes in the water and seeing if I enjoy the first homeworld, like that whole learning process. Do a run of the first homeworld and see if I want to learn the rest. Chances are, I have a feeling that chances are I'll learn the first homeworld and be like, dude, fuck this. Fuck the rest of this, man. But we'll see. It would be cool to actually do like a full like 117% run with splits. Get that shit down to like fucking like 6 hours or below. That'd be cool. Right now, it would still take me like 10 plus hours to 117%. My last 117 was like, what, like 12, 14 hours or something? It's just ridiculous. That's really the only reason I want to like learn like the actual routes. Not necessarily like be good at like any of these original Spyro or Crash games besides this one. But just so I can like, theoretically like do a 337 or maybe even a Sprash Fecta, Like once I get 117% down, then I can start dipping my toes into more of the Crash runs, learn Crash 1, Hundo, and all that. But man, that game is fucking hard, man. Crash is fucked up. I don't know if I'll ever do a Sprash Fecta, to be honest with you. But a 337%, I mean, that's not so crazy. But I would like to learn 117 before I attempt that. Learn the route, I mean. I don't know. You guys want to see a 337% run? An original trilogy 100% playthrough? Super late split. What's up, Jamie? Thank you for the sub. Oh, with the 2 years! Jamie getting the gay, beautiful rainbow badge next to their name. Congrats. Fucking rainbow emotes in the chat. Where are the Toulouse jams? The Deo jams in the chat in honor of Jamie the Bunny. Gay dragons. Let's go. I played some old PS1 Crash and Spyro, and holy crap, does the controls feel slow. Yeah, well, Wolf Dragon, here's the thing, though, is that, like, depending on the setup, it can affect the input delay. So that's, like, a really big thing that I, like, pay attention to, especially in Spyro 1 runs, like... Think about it this way, and this is the shit that might blow your mind, is that 99% of people who play any of the original games are probably playing on a suboptimal input delay. Now, Now, of those 99%, maybe like 20 or 30% of them, you know, maybe are speedrunners, and they have achieved something close to optimal input delay, but it's just a hair off. Even on a monitor or a CRT or whatever. So, like, even amongst speedrunners, I feel like a lot of us are playing on, like, suboptimal input delay. And if you're talking just casually, like you just plugged your PS2 into your dad's, like, you know, living room TV, then forget about it. That shit's gonna be like, that's gonna be like half a second of input delay at least, which really fucks up the movement, you know. Sergeant Daxter, thank you for the sub, appreciate it. Thank you for the congrats on the 120 as well. Yes, yes indeed. How do you get the best input delay? You literally just and I hate to say it, this is the only real answer, the only practical answer, is you have to just try a bunch of different setups. I hate to put it that way. There's no like easy like answer, like, oh, just get this monitor and set it to that. Like in theory, it should be that simple. It should just be like, get this monitor and this upscaler or whatever and use this PS2. But the thing is there's just so much variance between like what model PS2, and maybe that affects the upscaler, or the game you're playing will affect like the way shit upscales, or maybe you're not using an upscaler and you're plugged directly into a CRT, but maybe you're also using splitters for a capture card, so maybe that's affecting things, or maybe you're not doing either of those options, or maybe you're doing some, you know, it's like there's just so many different like possible situations that you just have to try a bunch. If you play on CRT, try a bunch of different CRTs. If you play on monitor, try a bunch of different monitors. And then eventually you will get a feel. You will be in the rare position that I'm in of actually having an idea of what optimal input delay feels like. Because the difference between optimal and just barely not optimal is almost humanly unnoticeable. It's almost humanly unnoticeable, but it is noticeable. And for the sake of a speedrun, like, I couldn't get a 120 if it was just that hair not perfect for me. At the end of the day, you do end up, you know, as like a silver lining to the input delay like discussion, is that whatever input delay there is if you just play on the same setup for a while, you will get used to it and you will be able to play around it and like not suck. Like you can get good on any setup. Like that's not what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying you can't. You will end up, this is another thing about it, is when you play on a lot of different setups, you start to realize it's like, man, I'm really, like this setup has better input delay, but I'm worse on it because I'm so used to my other one. That's like another thing, or vice versa. So by trying a bunch of different setups, be it monitor, like different monitors, different consoles, different discs or whatever, like controllers, like it's just like all of it like plays into, you know, capture cards and like cables and this and that. It all plays into it. Every setup is different and unique like that. So there is no like simple, like, okay, just get my exact setup. Just get this exact model of JVC CRT and get this exact model of PS2, and it's just like your situation is, even if you try to recreate my setup here, it's probably not going to be exactly the same. It couldn't be. It's just unreasonable to try to get like the exact same model of CRT that I have. I mean, these things are so scarce anyways, you know? You got to take what you can get, right? So to that end, it's like my only advice is just try a bunch of different stuff, and then you'll start to get a feel for what good input delay is, especially if you play the same game a lot. Like, keep in mind, you're not really gonna have a good idea unless you're playing like the same game like a lot, like I do. You know, that's another like, you know, part of that. Like if you just casually are playing like a game, like this shit that I'm talking about doesn't matter. Like, you know, if it feels fine, it feels fine. So anyways, those are my thoughts about input delay. It's a crazy thing, you know. It's like a crazy rabbit hole of trying to like optimize the input delay of a setup and trying to decide whether your setup is like optimal or not. But it is definitely a train of thought. It's like a fun like thing to like to think about, but I definitely don't recommend most people to worry about it. It doesn't matter that much. Like I said, as long as you get close, like if you're using an upscaler or something, like chances are you're close, you know, to optimal, which is good enough for most, you know, casual gameplay and stuff like that. So don't get too caught up on it. And the same is true for me, is that I shouldn't get too caught up on it either. I should be able to adjust to like a suboptimal setup and like, or whatever, you know. That's part of like being good at a game, you know. No, it's minimal. That's what I'm saying by optimal. Is I'm saying it's like the least amount of input latency. Is an upscaler necessary? If you're playing on an LCD TV, yes, an upscaler is necessary. I mean, you can plug directly into the TV, but I have news for you. There is an upscaler built into the TV. And so you can have the shitty, like, Chinese, like, $2 upscaler that doesn't work correctly and, like, gives you massive amounts of delay, or you could just buy an actual upscaler and then have it be a lot better. Like I said, closer to optimal. So no matter what way you slice it, if you plug a fucking composite, you know, old school console like a PS2, and yes, a PS2 is old school nowadays. Yeah, if you're plugging into an LCD or a monitor, you do need an upscaler. Or you will, like, whether you have a physical upscaler or not, the image is being upscaled, you know, is another way to say it. So you could either facilitate that process or just hope to God that your monitor is good, which I guarantee you it's not. You could also use different adapters and things like that. Like, you could use, like, HDMI adapters and things like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is basically what an upscaler is. An upscaler is you plug in your composite or component or SCART, you know, console, S-video or whatever it may be, and then it outputs an HDMI cord. So an upscaler is basically like a fancier version of of just an HDMI converter. I mean, the two things basically serve the same function. And so there's a bunch of different, like, versions of these things with different names, like, across the internet. And like I said, it doesn't really, like, matter that much if you're not, like, fucking playing the same game every day and trying to get, like, an optimal speedrun or whatever. Because the difference between, like, barely almost optimal and fully optimal is, like, almost humanly unnoticeable. I'm talking less than 50 milliseconds, which is 5/100ths of a second. I think. Yeah? Yeah, 5/100ths of a second. 5/100ths of a second. A human can pretty much not tell that difference. Pretty much. But if it's there or not, you know, and you play the same game every day and you tried a bunch of different setups, you start to realize that, like, you know, in my unique case, that, like, stuff like that is worth, like, considering. But for the casual collector, you know, as long as you have some kind of, like, upscaling solution, or you play on a CRT or whatever, and it feels good, then it feels good, you know? Like I said. There is something to be said for just getting used to whatever setup you're on, even if it has, like, horrible input delay. Keep in mind, another funny thing about input delay that is worth mentioning in terms of Spyro speedrunning is the optimal console for Spyro 2 and 3 is called PSTV. And PSTV incurs input delay. So you have to like get good at a more delayed version of the game. Isn't that fucked up? In order to play with, like, the best load times or whatever. Luckily that's not the case for Spyro 1, but if it was, I would be sad. Not only that, but if you try to get a PSTV in America, like, not only do you have to buy that shit, like, secondhand, but you have to, like, crack it, like, and, like, get on the European, like, PlayStation store or something to download the game, or some weird shit like that. You have to do all sorts of wacky nonsense just to have the best load times with input delay. Is that not crazy? And the stupidest thing about it is that it's not even a TV. It's just like a DVD box, basically. The PSTV. It's literally called a PSTV and it's not a TV. You'd think it would be like that thing that is like the PlayStation with the screen, like, built onto it. You guys see those? The PlayStation 1 that has, like, the little flip-up screen? That is not a PSTV. A PSTV is like a PlayStation 2 that looks like a DVD player type thing, and it's a piece of shit, but it happens to be faster for Spyro 2 and 3. Is that not crazy? Yeah, Conky. I mean, look, I'm not, like, I want to be super clear here. Is, like, I'm no expert, all right? I'm not, like, the fucking end-all, be-all about, like, what a perfect setup is or what you need to have a perfect setup or whatever. I'm literally just, I have my experience of trying a lot of different setups, and I'm just saying that, like, if you're speedrunning a game at a high level, it's worth trying a lot of different setups, so that way you can get a feel for what an optimal setup is, because at a certain point, it becomes humanly difficult to tell. But there is differences there. So to answer your question, to have a perfect setup, yeah, it does. A lot of it does boil down to personal preference, and take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm just one guy with one experience, you know. I'm not like the fucking like guru about like what the fucking best input delay is for Spyro or whatever. I am really like, nobody is an expert on this topic because no one has tried like every fucking possible, you know what I'm saying, like setup with every, you know, combination of upscalers or monitors and stuff. A lot of it boils down to the AV cables, the upscaler, and the monitor choice, or CRT. That's what a lot of it boils down to. But there could be more like things beyond that, like that I don't even know. Again, I am not, like, huge disclaimer, I am not giving any advice here, like you should get this, you should do that in order to have a setup like mine. My only advice is try a lot of different setups. That is the only piece of advice I want you to take from what I'm saying here. And if you're on a setup that you think is like suboptimal or whatever, that's okay. Like, you can get used to that and get good times with that. That's the other thing I want to say. Like, this isn't like a fucking end-all be-all. It's just food for thought. You know, that we don't know, like, how... You probably don't know how good your setup is. Like, just simply put. And that's okay. That's, like, part of, like, this whole, like, fucking rabbit hole of, like, retro game optimization or whatever. Like, you can't know. Until you try a million different setups and you have some basis of comparison. You can actually measure input delay. They have like a reader thing that you can like measure input delay with. But I don't know. What's up, Bonfire? Found me on YouTube, love the covers. Hold on, I'll read the rest of that in a sec. I might grab this dragon early just so I can read the rest of that before it disappears. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Rookie 100% speedrunner, and yeah, dude. Oh god! Yeah, I swallowed wrong, man. God fucking damn it. Well, dude, welcome, Bonfire. I am fucking up this level. I have, like, a lot of things randomly, like, affecting me right now. Keep it moving. But yeah, good luck on your speedruns, Bonfire. Oh shit. Okay. It seems that input delay is too much of a fuss for people that aren't speedrunning. Yeah, I mean, it is a huge fuss. I agree. I mean, welcome to, like, retro gaming in general, like, might as well just play on an emulator, you know? Like, why are we bothering getting all this original hardware and the correct, like, whatever, you know? It's just all preference, you know, at the end of the day. Trying to optimize this or optimize that, it's just fucking... Just do whatever you can. Do whatever you can that makes you happy, the end of story. If that's different than someone else, then, you know, so be it. It's definitely one of those things in the world where like having cheap taste is a good thing, you know? Not caring too much about the details, it does help, you know? A lot of game collectors I think are really detail-oriented people. Like, you ever notice that in every game collection video on YouTube, it's like they always make a point about the collection being alphabetized, even though no one in the world is going to give a fuck about like that or not, but yet they're willing to spend like hours alphabetizing a game collection or color coding it. When like for me it's like, oh, I'll just, you know, if the games are all there, then they're all there. Like, well, that's fine with me, you know. Or like cable management is another one of those things where it's like, if you don't care that there's like a bunch of cables on the floor, like that ends up working in your favor in the long run. So you don't have to like fucking zip tie, do this and that. But then people who are really big into cable management will be like, this is off, I can't handle this. It's like, that's the key word, is that they can't handle it, but you can, you know. So it's like there's something to be said about like living like having less organization or being in like more disarray and just enjoying that, like just being like fine with having a bit of a mess, you know. Nothing has to be perfect. There is something to be said for having a high level of organization as well. It's not that one is like objectively better than the other. It's just that both have their merits, you know. Both have their merits and downfalls. But yeah, getting back to the concept of cheap taste, like with video games, like being fine with just having an emulator or an EverDrive or whatever is like that's fine. Like it's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like once you start becoming like all like, oh, I need the original box and package, you know, it's like no you don't. You know, do you really? Some people do. But, you know, not as cheap of taste, really. Having cheap taste in food is a good thing. And to me, that is like, that's gone from like eating like a bunch of fast food to like just cooking at home a lot more. It's like so much more like efficient to just cook at home. Me and Sarah made this amazing like fucking Indian dinner last night. And granted, we just bought like the fucking, you know, we didn't even like try to make the fucking curry from scratch or anything. We just bought like the little $5 jar of whatever the curry was, and made some rice, made some chicken, put it on there. We even got some like little samosas out the freezer section. I do want to learn to make samosas though. That would be a lot of fun. But one thing I'm learning, like I think as an adult, is that you exchange, like you pay for, I was gonna say you pay for convenience, but like, you pay to save time, I think, is what it is. And if you can find the perfect marriage of like saving money and time, like, then that's where it's at. And that used to be the case with fast food, where that's like this perfect marriage of like, all right, you save money and it's fast, you know, you just throw away, you know, there's no cleanup. But I just don't feel like that's the case anymore. I mean, maybe with some fast food that's the case, but I don't know. It just feels to me that like cooking at home is just like objectively like more cost efficient nowadays for me. I guess it depends where you are in the world or where you're going, but but yeah, like as opposed to like trying to buy all the ingredients to like make like an actual Indian like curry like correctly, like that would have been way more expensive at the end of the day. It would have been fun. I mean, like if it would have been worth it to try to like spend the time and energy to do that, then yeah. It's a really great metaphor for that is like is I learned to make homemade hash browns. And if any of you guys have ever made hash browns from scratch before, you know how much of a fucking pain in the ass it is. You have to fucking peel the potato, you have to grate the potato, you have to keep it underwater constantly, squeeze out all the starch, then fully dry the grated washed potatoes, which, you know, ends up using up an entire... At this point, you've used up a cheese grater, a fucking, like, a potato peeler, a fucking, you know, your cutting board, your whatever you use to wash out the potatoes with, a bowl or a strainer or whatever. So you're already making a pile of dishes here, and then And then you either squeeze out all the water using like 50 paper towels or just a normal kitchen towel. And so you're making all sorts of like laundry and dishes. This is all just to make one serving of hash browns. You know? And then so you squeeze out all that shit, okay, and then you cook it like in the pan and do and it's fine, you know, you make the rest of breakfast, you clean up all these extra dishes and okay. So you spend all this extra time and the difference is you could just go to the grocery store freezer aisle and buy the graded hash browns for like $6 for like it's basically like one serving for $6. So one potato is like $1 basically. So I saved like, you know, I saved $5, but I spent like an extra like hour in the kitchen, you know, as a result of that. So is a $5 savings worth an extra hour in the kitchen and cleaning and this and that? That becomes the real question. I've made homemade hash browns so much over the last like couple weeks. I try to make it like as efficient and streamlined as possible, but it still takes a fucking minute. Like I am gonna be in the kitchen especially if I'm cooking the rest of breakfast as well, like all the eggs and bacon, toast, whatever. Like I'm just in the kitchen for at least an hour, probably more, you know? So yes, I am saving money by making hash browns at home, but am I really like saving money when you factor time into the time and effort into the equation? That's like, these are the questions I start to ask myself now more as an adult, and I'm trying to like save, quote unquote, save money here or there. Is that time is money, you know? That's why a potato is $1, because like most fucking potato things that you make, save for just putting it in a microwave and baking it like that, it's gonna be more than $1's worth of work, you know? Okay, so that was pretty much the worst mistake I could have made in this level. I'm gonna go for it, but the good news about it is I could go for a really, oh my god, I can't even go for the backup. This is so sad. How did I miss that? I fucked up so badly here, it's crazy. I was gonna go for a cool backup. This run is dead again, basically. I feel like I should just no reset it. That was so whack. Like, I literally just threw the... I lost like 20 or 30 seconds right there. That's insane. Strawberry, thank you for the sub. I love you. What's my favorite level? I don't know. Probably High Caves, because I get to spend it with you, Bonfire. Even though I'm losing a bunch of time here, I get to be here with the homie Bonfire and enjoy this High Caves. This is like the worst recovery ever. It would have been cool because I could like supercharge over the fucking roof, but since I had to grab that box, I couldn't do that. I ain't quitting yet. We're gonna see how much damage is on these splits here. Keep in mind, I did lose a lot of time on these splits, so hopefully I'm not losing a ton of... Yeah, I'm losing a ton of time there. Okay, let's just try to have a good wizard peak, and just try to keep, like... this is demoralized. I don't want to reset again. I literally had this... I reset over this fucking shit, like, last run, and here I am right back at it. Good grief. I mean, what a joke. What a cruel... What was that? Yeah, I've never bonked on that. How do you bonk on that? I didn't even jump. Oh, I hate this game so much. So what do you guys think? Should I just no reset this? Should I reset? Is there just no hope for me? Should I just finish this run and not just try not to be a bitch? I feel like that's what I should do, probably. I've reset a bunch today. It's like, I should just finish it. That's so sad. Literally can't get a decent pace. When was the last time I finished a run? Like 2 days ago, I guess? Every time I stream this game, I finish a run. You must be new here. I will never have a day where I don't finish a run. I mean, I didn't play this game yesterday, so that's why I say 2 days ago. cruel, cruel twist of fate, today's paces. But we're gonna make the most of it. I may not be saving time at all on either of my 2 major time saves here, but I am gonna keep it moving. How's a new video? I might work on it a little bit more after the run today. We'll see. But it's going okay. I didn't finish it, if that's what you're asking. I was busy working on my Spyro 2 task reaction last night, which I just posted today. Exclamation point new vid in the chat. So hopefully I'll get more work done on that, on the world record sum of best comparison tonight. We'll see. I'm just always busy, guys. Mr. Busy over here. Who would have thought that having 3 YouTube channels, a live stream, and now a real job would be a lot for one person to handle? Who would have thought? And a girlfriend that I cook every meal for. If I want to train Spyro 2 on PS2, are there tools that make you things like save state? Yes, there is. In fact, I'm going to put a little link in the chat right here. I think it should be this. That work? Yeah, there you go. That's for the Spyro 1 practice codes, but if you DM Composer, I think he can get you Spyro 2 ones. I believe there are practice codes for Spyro 2 as well. But that's like the Spyro practice code Discord. So just take a look at that and you'll be on your way. And before you even ask, yes, it is a royal pain in the ass and it will involve you getting a soft modded PS2 setup. So just be ready for that. The time I spend with my girlfriend's offset by the time she saves me. The time she saves me doing what? If it was a matter of like optimally like having as much time to myself as possible, I would not have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend because I like being in love. I like loving her. I know it's kind of crazy, but it has nothing to do with saving time or money. If saving time or money was a focus, then yeah, having a girlfriend is just objectively like bad for that. But, you know, no complaints here. I love Sarah, dude. Like, she's worth every penny and second that I spend with her. Oops. Oops. Losing time here. She helps me emotionally? Yeah, for sure. She's a good girl. All right, so we're about a minute behind an ideal pace right now. If I focus up and I play well here, I can definitely still 122 this run. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back into the green. Maybe if I play insane, I can. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to stay on 122 pace here. Try not to go above 40 or 50 seconds behind, and ideally save time actually on this level. Some of these upcoming splits. You watched Spyro Jeopardy? Oh, the thing I did with Laura and Derek Lander? Yeah, I forgot about the purple gem thing. I feel like that was a mistake, wasn't it? The purple gem is 25. Or pink, if you want to call it that. I forgot what the specifics of that question were. But I remember there was like one or two like just objectively wrong questions in that. Which just kind of add to the silliness of it. It was just a fun, silly time. I don't know if this is gonna be fast enough. Should be alright. The purple's called magenta on the wiki. Yeah, but the wiki is also made by just like some like that wiki could be written by just any random nerd that wants to call it whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that's like exactly like the same level of peer reviewed as Wikipedia. You know, like just because it says something on the Spyro wiki doesn't mean that that's like, especially with like a subjective matter like the shade color of the gem. You know. It might say in-game the color of the gem being magenta. I don't know. Man, what the fuck do I know? I have no idea. I'm not here to get in an argument about it. Whatever the fuck you want to call it is fine with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to save time, you know? I call it purple. I'm sorry if that offends anyone. Or pink sometimes. Pretty slow there. Probably losing a couple seconds. Thank you, Botched. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate the good luck. Alrighty. Yeah, like about the wiki and stuff, like look, there's a lot of good information on that wiki, but there's also just a lot of like, who cares, like, type shit on that wiki. To me, like, I mean, it's fine. It's a fine wiki, whatever. I'm not hating on it. Whoever made it, good job, you know. Well, let's just bear in mind, it isn't like the fucking, like, it isn't the Bible or anything. A fandom wiki is not the Bible for a game. There's a really ancient, Spyro speedrunning wiki that was made, like, way back in, like, 2012 or some shit that has just so much wrong information on it, it's hilarious. I wish I had a link to it. Which is different from the Spyro fandom wiki, which is the one you're probably talking about. Yeah, Dark Spyro. Yeah, shouts to the Dark Spyro forums. If any of you guys remember that, then you're officially a true Spyro fan. Yeah, Dark Spyro is the true Bible. Oh, okay, barely. Oh, please, no! Oh my god, I hate being green now. That's fine. Just not saving any time here. That tree stump is like, you can barely not make it on it. It's so heartbreaking. I knew, like, trying to go for that first recovery that I was gonna bonk. Didn't want to risk it anymore. That was a really good Guantong. Wonder if we're gonna make up any time save here. We'll see. Ooh, a couple seconds. I'll take it. Despite the little mistake earlier, that would have been even more time if I didn't fall off the fucking tree. That was good. A good bog. So hey, what are you guys making for dinner today? What's on the menu? What's on the chat room menu? I'm making some like little $5 steaks. One of them is a bacon wrapped filet mignon, and another one is a clearance American Wagyu. Which those sound really good, but believe me, they are like the worst versions of both of those things. Yeah, I'm like doing the Asmongold like $2 steak shit. No, mine I'm a little bit more esteemed than Asmongold. Mine are $5 steaks. But either way, I think me and Sarah are gonna also do like a nice big kale salad as well. That shit should be good. Fried chicken? Isn't that just called fried chicken? Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes? Nice. Homemade. Wow, that sounds delicious. You from the South? You from down south in America? Do that shit home style with the buttermilk and all the butter and all the butter and the butter. Put a little bit of butter on your butter. Should be delicious. Some butter on your grits. Swimming after dinner, not me. I think me and Sarah are gonna go swimming after. I might not work on my video after this run just because I've been kind of grinding hard today. Me and Sarah are gonna try to get into the pool before it gets too late. It gets too cold. Pho, damn, that sounds delicious. I love pho. A good pho, there's nothing like it. So aromatic and heartwarming. Ugh. Soul warming. Potato wedges, cheese, beans, and falafel. That sounds fucking delicious. I would totally rock that. Cheese, beans, and falafel. That's like that's a full dinner right there. I'd love to learn to make falafel. That'd be fun. North Carolina, it's like fried chicken except it's pound. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like pounded down. So like chicken fried steak is like pounded down. So chicken fried chicken is like pounded down. I see what you're saying. It's a funny name though, chicken fried chicken. It's like, why didn't we just call it like pounded chicken, you know? Why don't we just call it ass blasted meat fried? Be a little bit more self-descriptive. Little slow there. Probably not saving all the time I could here, but that is alright. Keeping it moving. Oh wow, turned in too early there. Missing that flame charge. Yeah, definitely not saving time here, but that's alright. You gonna eat cereal? Yeah, you're gonna say cereal. You gotta tell us what kind of cereal, man. You can't just say cereal. What are you, a robot? You gotta tell us the flavor. Lucky Charms. Captain Crunch. Dude, we had a box of Magic Spoon. I don't know if you guys remember, I did a Magic Spoon sponsorship in like late 2022. And dude, we still had a box of Magic Spoon sitting on top of the fridge here when we moved in. We had so much fucking Magic Spoon. It sent us like 6 fucking boxes. That shit tastes good though. I should really just charge into that. You're eating ass? Nice. Yeah, probably me too. Yeah, it's gonna be a good dinner tonight, man. Some cheap steaks and some salad. Maybe a little microwave baked potato. Should be classy. Low effort and classy. That's how I like it. Special K red berries? Damn, that's like the most fucking like middle-aged grandma fucking cereal I've ever heard in my life. I didn't realize anyone except fucking gilfs ate that shit. I mean, what I meant to say is that sounds delicious. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, if it, you know, hey, look, don't let me judge you. If it's healthy, like, I respect it. As far as cereal goes, if you can keep it healthy, I respect you. And not just drench like a healthy cereal in sugar. You know, then you know what? I respect that. That's much more respectable than any sugary whatever. Alright, hey, bringing back some of this time save in, it's actually a pretty decent Beastmakers. It wasn't, like, insane, but it was pretty decent. We went from being, like, plus 20 entering to, or over plus 20, like, plus 25 to plus 10. So we're doing pretty good here. We're bringing this back. But we still got a lot of gaming left to go here. We do have about, like, 10 seconds to save, actually, in Dark Passage. So if we have a good Haunted Towers here and do the Death Abuse route, then we should be good. Actually, we might not do the Death Abuse route, because I believe I took an accidental death in Wizard Peak on this run. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. We'll see what the life count says. I might be mixing up this run with my last one. So we'll check the life count when I enter. If the life count says 1 when I enter, then I'll go for the wall glide. If it says 2, then I won't. After the level. That's my rule. And we are at 2. Okay, so that's good. So we're gonna go for the non-wall glide route so long as we don't get trolled here and have an accidental death or anything, which could happen. Coming up on a big trick here, the big wizard proxy. This is actually a real high point of the run, making this little like mad dash to the wizard proxy. So let's clutch up, see if we can get it. Perfect. Textbook execution on all of that. That's exactly what I want to see. Now let's see if we can have some textbook armors here. These are actually some of the hardest flame charges in the entire game. I don't know why I'm going on GDQ commentary mode right now. But this is like I said, this is a particularly interesting point of the run here. All these guys are so hard to make the gems home in. Keep in mind that like gems don't naturally home in with these guys. You have to perfectly flame and charge at the right height and like distance. So it was very nice that I got all of those. I feel it poignant to mention stuff like that periodically because it's like, look, I'm over here making it look easy maybe, but it's like, it is no easier for me than for anyone else. Like, keep that in mind. I mean, so far it's just a beautiful haunted towers. Oh man, I almost died right there. Holy shit. Relax. That would have been such an awful death too. That would have broke my heart. Milk first or cereal first? I mean, like, I feel like that's like a joke question, right? Because pretty much everyone puts cereal first except for like maybe a small minority of people. But like, the question is like a meme, you know, right? So you're just, like, as far as I can tell, you're just joking around, you know? It's not even like a real question. Like, obviously, like most people, I think, even if you are a milk first person, I think it's easy to tell, you know, that most people do cereal first and then milk. A professional strategy, though, is to just pour a little bit of cereal in the bowl and then put milk, and then, like, if you want more cereal, then, like, re-add more cereal and then milk. That way you don't, like, that way the first few bites aren't, like, perfect, and then the rest of the bowl is soggy. Like, just keep the box of cereal and milk, like, next to you while you're eating, you know, and just, like, gradually add it, so that way you're always getting, like, perfectly, you know, perfect bites. Unfollowing? Why? What the fuck what did I say that was controversial there? Okay, see you. Oh man, I'm cringe, apparently. Yeah, I love that that command, like that chat is like out of it's like such an ancient chat now. It's like from before I got the 120, so it still says good luck on getting the 120, even though I already have it. It like makes it extra funny. Good luck. Good luck on getting the 120 and 120. I'm sure you'll probably get it or something. Good luck. Oh, okay. I thought Sparks was gonna grab that other thing there. Using a little bit of time in that area. Oh, perfectly dodging those. Yeah, you might be right about that, Konku. I would be lying if I said I wasn't just assuming that most people put the cereal first. It would not be fair for me to just assume that to be true. I don't know, it makes sense to me. Who's the mammal in my... It's a dog, which is not a mammal, I don't think. Dogs are not mammals, right? Are they? I don't even know. I'm not I'm not good at biology. Okay, saving I wish I'd have saved a little bit more time there, to be honest. Guys, are dogs mammals? am I stupid? Yes, they are? Oh god, I'm stupid. I didn't know dogs were mammals. What else is a mammal? The next thing you're gonna tell me is that humans are animals. You're gonna tell me that I'm a mammal. Yeah, okay. Okay, bud. What's next? Dolphins? You guys are crazy. Yeah, that's the joke, Strawberry. Never mind. Alright, let's go. Oh! See, I know a couple of I know a couple of mammals. Literally just humans and dolphins. I don't know what any other animal is. Straight up. Wiping, sitting, and standing, yeah. Well, with wiping, it's like an even more controversial thing because, like, for a lot of people, it's like, it's pretty normalized to, like, use, like, a bidet in, like, other parts of the world besides America. Like, we're actually pretty savage compared to most first world countries for not, like, having, like, bidets be a part of, like, normal, everyday, like, public restrooms and stuff. In most parts of the world, like, a public restroom, like, doesn't even have, like, a toilet seat. It just has, like, the hole that you, like, piss into or shit into. But then, like, an actual bathroom, like, will have, like, a fully, like, bidet set up. That's how I understand, like, most other parts of the world to work. As far as the bathroom situation's concerned. So yeah, so it's a little bit, it's like the layers go a little deeper there when it comes to like wiping, sitting or standing or backwards and forward and stuff. Oh, come on. It's gonna be a weird cycle. Oh, maybe not. Oh, give me that. Still catching them. With a baby wet wipe. If my asshole needs it, like if my asshole is dry and suffering from wipage, or just from shitting a lot, or eating spicy food or whatever, I'll just I'll take a piece of toilet paper and put like put it under the sink for a moment, just like get it like a little wet, and then put that on my asshole. I just wipe with that, like a literal like wet wipe. I'm not like big on like actual baby wipes with like all the scents and stuff. I don't know. Like, the actual texture and scent of a baby wipe kind of weirds me out a little. I mean, no diss on them or anything, but they just smell very, like, medicinal. They smell like a hospital. But yeah, I will acknowledge that at that point, if I'm gonna, like, wet, like, a fucking, wet, like, a piece of toilet paper for wiping usage, then yeah, I will admit that a bidet, like, literally accomplishes that, like, much more efficiently. I'll acknowledge that. I'm not saying I'm doing it optimally or anything, I'm just saying. Just saying that's what I do. And if you didn't fucking ask, if it's like a TMI thing here in this chat, well, welcome to my stream, like... You're gonna get to know how I fucking wipe my ass. Anyways, look, let's stop talking about wiping our asses here. Let's fucking try to, get this fucking supercharge here. I am doing the extended version of this. The extended bidet strat, if you will. Oh! Yes! Oh my god, and I almost flew off there, too. I almost had the crazy momentum conservation flop. Good thing I was mashing X there. That flop could have easily taken me off the edge there. Beautiful. Okay, a little slow on that execution, but we'll take it. Whoa, I got like a double roll there. That was very, this is very sloppy execution, but we're good. Keeping it solid. Oh yeah, I do smell amazing after every shower now because we got like fancy shampoo and soap thanks to Strawberry. I'd be smelling good, yeah, exactly. Not now, I don't smell good now. I smell like a fucking gamer right now. Yeah, it's not strawberry soap, it's sandalwood. We got sandalwood flavored soap. It's very nice. It literally looks like a piece of wood. Like the rectangular bar of soap. It's like all brown and shit. It helps with the immersion. But yeah, this run is looking pretty good, actually. Surprisingly, I brought it back a lot here in this Dreamweaver. Let's see if we can squeeze out these last few seconds of time save and actually finish it. I'll be blown away if I can finish this run green. That would be like the craziest comeback. But let's not get too excited yet. Barely. Nice with the free sparks as well. I like it. Oh, come on. Slow there. That's the craziest, like, gem layout there I've ever seen. Gem RNG based there. Game trying to fuck me. The game can tell I'm bringing it back. It's trying to throw bullshit at me. Thank you for the good luck, Dylan. Welcome, welcome. Cool metal so you ain't smelling hot. Cool metal, huh? Like Miles Davis playing like fucking Through the Fire and Flames. Call that cool metal. That was the worst jazz joke I've ever made in my life. Sometimes my jazz school comes out. Sometimes the music student in me seeps through. Nuts, thank you for the prime, appreciate it. 5 months. The spinning spirals are now working. They're officially working. Thanks to you. Thanks to your beautiful nuts. And I am pretty much dead even with these splits. If I have a good end game, we can get green here. We can get green here. We can do it. We can do it. How to get the 1-3x? You're Dylan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're like right on the cusp of it, right? Are you like you're asking for yourself, like, because you've been grinding it out? Am I understanding that context correctly? I mean, you'll get it. Yeah, a tier 3 sub is how you do it. If you sub to me, you'll automatically be faster at this game. No, Dylan's already subbed. Dylan already acquired that strategy. He learns quick. He's a good boy like that. What's up, Gio? Oops. A little slow. Nice. What's up, Gio? Did I already just say that right now? Am I just stoned? What's up, Gio? Oh, that hurts my soul to see. Big time loss there. I was hoping to get green by the end of this. I don't know about now. Oh man, I was hoping to get up there. You can do a flop that I need to work on to get that. But, yeah, big time loss. Probably like 10 seconds lost there. All because I ripped my pants. Oh shit. Come on. Man, and I'm missing the side. Literally everything's going wrong in this level. I'm getting coved, as the kids say. What did I study in music school? I studied music. Like how to play it, you know, maybe some of the history that I don't remember that well. You know. In music school you study music. I'm glad I could help with that question. No, I'm just kidding. I studied jazz vibraphone. And I ask in advance, before this conversation begins, I ask that you guys refrain from, like, talking a bunch about your favorite, like, music and stuff right now. Like, I don't mean to be mean or anything, I've been around it so much, you know, of, like, this sort of discussion and stuff, and it's literally my job now to, like, talk to kids about, like, music and whatnot, that this is, like, my space to not, like, talk a lot about music. Because the truth is I'm more of a Spyro gamer than I am a fucking jazz vibraphonist. Like, let's just keep that real, you know? I am losing an insane amount of time here. I was hoping to get back in the green. That is not happening. I'm gonna be like 20 seconds behind here. This was like the worst co-op I could have asked for. Truly. Yeah, that was awesome. All that trouble, bringing all that time saved back just to get a cove like that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that truly special? Have I tried the Doritos Jumpin' Jack cheese flavor? No. Don't? Yeah. Sounds wild. Bro, but randomly, you mentioning Doritos just randomly put me in the mood to have some Takis, man. I haven't had Takis in a moment. Or like the Doritos version of those, the Flamas. The Flame Ass. Dude, I literally have to turn around for that. That's so stupid. I'm like getting the worst endgame right now. It's so sad. I was about to green these splits. I was about to bring it back from being like plus 30 in Magic Crafters. I worked so hard this whole run, and now it's just all falling apart. I'm not even playing that bad. It's just like I'm getting all of the most unlucky shit that can happen. The game's finally catching back up. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this run up to this point. I know it ain't no pog or anything, but, you know, it's a run. Well, you know, the good news about this run, and there is very little good news, but there is good news, is that I can still get a 122. If I just hopefully have a good nasty Nork here. Could happen. Could not happen. We'll see. And, yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I would love to be... Honestly, I was hoping to get some better paces today. Because, like, frankly, and this is my fucking, like, you know... I shouldn't even say this out loud, but, you know, truth be told, like, I've been noticing that my viewer count has been dwindling, like, a lot lately. I'm just falling out of relevance. Like, I've achieved my goal in this game, and now I get the feeling that, like, people don't really care anymore, so... And maybe that's partly me, too, is that I'm not, like, grinding for some crazier world record or anything. So, to those of you guys who aren't putting that pressure on me, that just enjoy watching anyways, thanks for being here. It means a lot. What's up, Amesy? Great to see you. Hope you're well today. Yes, you are always relevant. Very nice. Julia with the raid. Welcome, Julia. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope the CTR went well today. Bandicoot power. Do I do a soft and sensual Coco impersonation? Bandicoot power. Was that a good impersonation? Damn, what the hell? This guy got a versus next to his name? Who the hell are you trying to fight, Slambo? Yeah, man. Hope you ain't trying to fight me, man. I ain't got the Bandicoot power like you do, man. I got the sensual... The Bandicoot power. I don't got it like that. You don't gotta fight me now, Slambo. Bandicoot. Pass it on. Pass it on. Join me for more sensual recreations of the Crash Team Racing sound bites. The trophy's mine. Man, you guys are all trying to fight with this versus. I don't even know what it's all about. You guys go to like a. Do you guys go to like a fighting game tournament or something? You get that badge? Do you guys have to like fight like an old lady on the street to get that? Crazy the badges they're giving out on this website nowadays. What the? God damn it. No, not what I meant. I'm gonna go for the swag. This one's for everyone who's ever loved somebody. Come on, give it to me. Oh, did I get— oh, God, I was so close. I was so close to getting them all. That was still pretty swaggy, though. You gotta give me that. The goal is to do that, like, turnaround without, like, before the fucking chest explodes. I almost made it that time. That was extremely close. You have like literally, it's like a frame perfect like thing to do that. Still swaggy though. GG, the 122 has been secured. That was the goal from the get-go. A 122 is not bad, though I was red on these splits for literally the entire run, I think, except for like, what, one split? Where was I green? Was I green at any point? Yeah, coming out of Clifftown, and then that was it. But man, look at these split. I fought tooth and nail from the fucking Magic Crafters all the way. Had a great Beast Makers and also a great Dreamweavers. I was dead even coming out of Dreamweavers basically, and then I got coved basically, and then I finished strong. So yeah, GG. I know this is not impressive maybe to anybody because of the splits and because the 120 and whatever, but. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream regardless, and I hope you guys enjoyed the run. It was a good run. How's the new job going? You guys want me to talk about my job? It's good. It's a job. I'm helping kids play music and stuff. It's cool. That's about that. I went and saw like I saw the show that they were playing, like that some of the kids in their bands like were playing like at some bar or whatever. So I went and saw that today. That was cool. And yeah, and then I gotta go tomorrow to like set up the next season or whatever of like figuring out what like set lists and bands we're gonna like put these kids into. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, it's a job, you know. It's all right. As far as jobs goes, it's like it's a good job for me because it's like my area of knowledge and expertise, and it's somewhat fulfilling, which is more than you can say about a lot of jobs. But it is a job, and I think for me, like. For me, I am still figuring out how to get the work-life balance, like not overloading me, because today I felt a little bit overloaded between like going to this thing, you know, even just for an hour to go like put in an hour of work over here at this like show, then come back, then make food and stop at CVS and get some medicine and, you know, for Sarah, and then make food and then fucking make coffee and then do a run, but also post a video. Also, while I'm making food, I'm like making a thumbnail and posting my video today. It's like, man, I'm like just doing so much shit. And I got another video that I have to work on tonight. You know, probably drunk after fucking like chilling at the poolside. But yeah, I'm officially like at this point, my life is like full-time streaming, trying to post semi-regularly on 3 different YouTube channels. And now a job, a part-time job on top of that. So it's pretty, my life is like pretty busy now. And have a girlfriend and take care of her and love her and, you know, make her food and clean up and cuddle and, you know, and all that spiel. So I'm gonna take advantage of this time now, not to work on my video, but to probably raid someone and go to the pool with Sarah and just chill out and relax and Yeah, my life is just getting really busy right now, and the funny thing about it is that my stream is like going downhill as fuck. I used to like have like 200 plus viewers like all the time, but I'm struggling to get that close. But I have a feeling we might bring it back again because here's why, is because I'm gonna be doing some of this. Julia, you're gonna like this. You see that? Crash 3, baby. Crash Warp. There she is right there. There's Bandicoot Power right there. Bandicoot Power. So I'm gonna do a Crash 3 105% casual. I would sub goal it, but I already sub goaled it half a year ago and just never delivered. So G's in the chat to some casual playthroughs that are coming up. Crash 105 incoming. Not tomorrow, but whenever I get a free day coming up, I'll probably do that. I'm gonna finish my video that is a world record versus sum of best comparison with load times removed and deltas added in. And then I'm gonna sub goal the commentary for that. And then after that, we'll see about learning maybe Spyro 3 117% or dipping into some other casual shit, like maybe like a casual CTR 100%. So yeah, so a lot of, as you can tell, it's like a lot of things on my mind, on my plate, a lot of things to work on, but I'm just happy for all the G's in the chat right now. I'm gonna clear my mind a little bit, find a raid target here, and just chill. Oh, by the way, it's not the new task waiting room right now. Let me get rid of that thing. Where is that even? Get rid of that. But yeah, thanks to everyone who hung out. Please feel free to stick around for the raid. I would highly appreciate that. If not, that's cool too. But let me see. That's cool too. Let me see my following list. Categories. Let's see who's playing Spyro right now. You know. Yeah, let's raid Ash. Ash is chilling. No, I'm not gonna play Crash Team Rumble. Raid Ash. It just, you know, it just doesn't. I hate to say it, like I don't mean to be mean or anything. It just doesn't look fun for me. For me. That's just my vibe. I know, like hater detected. Give it a. You didn't even give it a chance, Deo. I know. It just doesn't look fun for me. That's all. I'm not big on like multiplayer shit in general. So like, if it's a multiplayer game, like fun, like community thing, like I'm just not that kind of streamer that's like, all right, guys, like let's get it. Who wants to play Crash Team Rumble with me? I'm like, no, fuck you. This is my stream and you get to watch. You know, like me do whatever. And so that's why I kind of lean more towards like these casual, like long, like casual runs, like Crash 3 105%, like stuff like that, or learning 117%. That's just more my vibe. But in any case, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go to the pool and make some steaks, and I hope you guys have an equally chill night tonight. And maybe drunkenly work on that fucking comparison video, and I will catch you guys when I catch you. Tomorrow I am going into work. 3 to 6 p.m. So if I wake up early, I might squeeze in a stream, but honestly, I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I might stream the day after, so keep an eye on my Discord if you want stream updates, but until then, I'm Deo Man, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Spinners in the chat. Love you guys.